wants to kill you.
I need to serve up Tommy first. Get them off my back.
This is crazy.
Claudia. I finally figured out a way for us to bury the hatchet. Come along.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mark Dark, and I'm back with another video. If you're new, if you love power, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like the video, and leave your theories, comments, everything down below. Now today, we're going to be talking about Power Book 4 Season 3, Episode 5. This is the recap. Down below, I want you guys to let me know, how did y'all feel about this episode? How did y'all feel about your girl Claudia? I mean, I guess it was her last dance. That girl got dropped off. Tommy was finally able to revenge the death of Liliana. And man, I guess we are officially smoking on that Claudia pack. And your boy Vic, Crown Snitch Flynn, he is the last Flynn standing. And I want to know how he's going to feel when he learns that his sister got put in the dirt. Now also, we learned that your girl Mireya, she was pregnant. Of course, the fan theories, they were true. And I think the majority of the fans knew this was coming. They've been hitting at this since last season. But what's going to happen when she tells Tommy? Because she was going to tell him in this episode, but once she saw the blood on the floor, she snapped back into reality and understands that this lifestyle is very dangerous and it's going to be very difficult trying to protect her child. But we're going to hop right into this recap. I'm going to try to focus on all the key points. If I miss anything, I want you guys to let me know down below. So what did we see in episode 5 titled The Last Dance? Now in this episode, we saw CBI that was outside kicking it, having a good old time. Of course, the Yardies had to show up. You know what I'm saying? They smoked out. I mean, these guys, they need to all just go. Now this guy has returned to the show. I believe his name is Owen. I believe your boy Jannar called him Crack Baby #1 back in the very first episode of season 1. Now we know Tommy did shoot this guy about 2 to 3 times, but he let him go. So now this guy is back for revenge, and he ended up shooting the character Willie, dropped him off right there in front of CBI, and Big Smurf and Bones, they was pissed off, and they wanted revenge, and that's exactly what they end up getting in the middle of the episode. Now, we get to Claudia and Elise is pissed off because of the whole deal Claudia has made with the feds to try to get Tommy. I mean, she already knows what time it is. She is telling her that Tommy's going to mess around and take you out. At the same time, you have issues with Ortega and the Marquez cartel, so you pretty much screwed. She wanted to just go out the country, but Claudia's like, she cannot do that right now because of the feds, security, they're on her. So she has to handle this whole Tommy thing first, and then they can leave. Well, Elise was not too happy about that, and she ended up leaving. We know Claudia, she was seeing things in her head. Of course, your boy Tommy behind her. That's because he's about to cancel Christmas. You already know what time it is. She can feel death in the air. Now, Tommy was thinking about Liliana. We know he still has to get that revenge for her. And he understands that his time to do that is coming real soon. And he doesn't want to mess it up. Now, he's having a conversation with Claudia. And he's telling her that he's found a way that they can bury this hatchet. But he wants to meet up with her alone. Now, Tommy finally meets up with his brother, The Rock. JP. And he tells him, like, look, I got to tell you myself because I don't want nobody else telling you. D-Mac, he is back in CBI, and it's probably the best thing that can happen because Tommy is going to be the one that's watching him for real. Of course, JP does not agree. Like, what the hell is you talking about? The last time that he was involved, we know what happened. Shooting cops, catching bodies. I mean, hell nah. And I don't want him being around somebody that was going to sit up here and let her mother die. So y'all know JP was very upset with this, and he ended up storming out. Most likely took his ass back to the SmackDown hotel. Now we get to Jannard and Diamond, and Jannard is putting that pressure on Diamond to do something to the Yardies. And we know that Jannard once again is blaming Tommy for everything that's going down as far as the Yardies coming back, seeking revenge. We know Tommy dropped off one of their guys in the very first episode of this show, and he let the other guy go. So they need to be handled, plain and simple. And Diamond is like, you know what? How about we have them join the coalition? And Jannard was pissed. Now, I agree with Jannard. Ain't no way in the hell I'm letting these crack babies join the coalition. They cannot be trusted at all. They be tweaking. It ain't happening. And they just dropped off one of our own. Hell nah. They all gotta go. But of course, Diamond wants to do it his way. He is telling Jannard that he is the head of CBI and that basically he's the boss. And I guess they're just gonna do it his way. Now we get to your girl Claudia, and of course she is trying to set your boy Tommy up. She got Stacy Marks and the feds out there watching, waiting for Tommy to make his move. But Tommy is smart. He is watching from afar. He ain't stupid, so he makes sure that he is not saying anything that's going to incriminate him on the phone. And he is making it seem like he has nothing to do with Claudia's illegal drug operation, the Viagra Triangle, which was very smart. And all Claudia can do is look real stupid along with Stacy Marks because they have failed once again. Now we get to Crown Snitch and Claudia, and now she is all emotional. Now she is crying, talking about Tommy has caused all these problems. We're, the Flynn's at the end of the day, we family. Let's just team up and take him out. He's messed everything up for us. But Crown Snitch ain't going. He ain't really feeling it because we know Claudia has always stabbed him in the back. She can never be trusted. Now Claudia ends up leaving, and as she's going to the elevator, we know Ray, she comes up. And it was a very awkward scene. Now, Claudia does tell her that she can do way better. And then we know Ray realized that that's Claudia Flynn. You know what I'm saying? That's your sister. And she's not feeling Vic no more. She understands that Vic used her. And Vic had to explain, like, yeah, I used you at first, but now I know who you are. I actually have feelings for you. So Ray ended up staying. But I'm going to tell you right now, Claudia was right. Ray could do way better. Messing around with Crown Snitch, she gonna mess around and get herself dropped off. Love in the Power Universe does not end well. And if anybody knows this, it should be your boy Crown Snitch, but I guess he gotta learn once again with his dumb ass. Now we get to Stacy Marks. She is, of course, giving her little speech, talking about what she's gonna do, and she's talking about how the CPD will support her and all this stuff. Next thing we know, the CPD, they turn their back on her right there in front of everybody. So now she's looking real stupid. We know earlier on in the episode that she had a conversation with Judson, and he told her that he's going to need $100K in order for the CPD to support her. But Stacy did not agree with him, but apparently the price just went up 50%. So now look at her. You know what I'm saying? This girl is screwed over. As I told you, Stacy Marks, she continues to take L after L after L. Sad thing is, the L's, they ain't over yet. Now we get to the whole deal with the Yardies and CBI, and things seemed like they was going good at first, but we know Crack Baby #1 was still running his mouth. Now, of course, Diamond told him, we can join together, you know what I'm saying? But this guy right here, he got to go. But apparently he did not agree. Next thing we know, CBI took them all out, and hey, he could have made some money, but he did not want to serve up Crack Baby #1, so it is what it is. Your boy Diamond, he is definitely, stepping up a tad bit more. And I want to know how Tommy's going to feel about this, because he didn't know that they took out the entire organization until Shanti told him at the very end of the episode. And we know they're taking over the entire Yardies territory, so this will be very interesting. And speaking of Shanti, we know Janora did text her and tell her that he's going to be going with Diamond to meet up with El Che. So I guess this whole game plan to get close to Diamond in order to get to El Che is working out thus far. Now your boy Tommy, he goes and meets up with Alicia. We know Alicia was the one that testified and said that Vic was the one that dropped off Colin. But Tommy's like, look, I'm going to give you $25K. All you got to do is make a video saying something else. And we know she made that video talking about Stacy Marks was the one that made her identify Vic Flynn as the one that dropped off Colin. And when she went and go along with it, Stacy Marks offered her $25K. So all this is a lot. Of course, Tommy pops up on Stacy Marks with the whole meeting with Vic Flynn, and Stacy was surprised that Tommy was there. Tommy tells her, how is it going to look that you took money from a drug dealer? The same drug dealer that you're trying to take down. And you don't really want all these problems. He shows her the video of Alicia, and it's just a lot of mess. A lot of mess that's going to basically destroy Stacy Marks' career, and it's going to be very hard for her to get a job. She will be able to get a job, but trust and believe, it ain't gonna be easy. Now, Stacy Marks ends up agreeing with Tommy, and she takes the money. So now she should be good to get that support from the CPD because she will have the extra funds. Sad thing is, we know Tommy told her, look, I need Claudia Flynn. Take the feds off of her, the protection. She says she cannot do it because that will look very, weird, very suspicious. So he tells her, well, take protection off of Elise. So that's exactly what she ends up doing. We know Tommy wants to have a conversation with Elise. That way, he can learn Claudia's next move. But damn, Stacy Marks stay taking L's. It's just never going to stop from the looks of it. Now we get to El Che, Jannard, and Diamond. Now, Che was pissed off when Jannard popped up. He's like, look, I don't know him. I don't like new people popping up. But Diamond told him that he is cool. And of course, they want to continue to work with him, get this bread, and get more product. So El Che was happy about that because he's all about business. So it seems like the whole game plan that Jannard had to get close to El Che has worked. And it does not seem like El Che is that upset about the whole thing with the Yardie. So we're going to see how this ends up playing out. But I'm going to tell you right now, your girl Shanti did not seem happy. And we know she let Tommy know the plans that Jannard and Diamond are making. And basically, they're looking out for themselves. Now we get back to Tommy and JP. JP is talking about, look, I'm cool with everything as far as D-Mac working with you. And I understand that he's going to be in this lifestyle no matter what I'm saying. So you already know he wants Tommy to promise him that he's going to protect D-Mac. That lets us know that Tommy's going to have full responsibility over D-Mac. And maybe it is going to be the end for your boy JP real soon. I want you guys to let me know what y'all think about that. Now, Stacey Marks pretty much served up Claudia to Tommy. I mean, you're going to have Claudia go over to Tommy's spot and try to take him out. It makes no sense at all, at least for Claudia. And for Claudia to even go with this is stupid. You think you can take down Tommy by yourself? Come on. Talking about he's not going to see it coming. I'm always underestimated or whatever. But it's Tommy Egan. You're not going to beat him. But of course, this is the game plan, a game plan that failed. Now we get to Mireya and she learns about the kid that ended up dying. She's very stressed out and emotional over this. So we already know what time it is. We know she ended up taking the pregnancy test and it's official. Mireya is knocked up. And I guess your boy Tommy, he was on his Eddie Murphy because he was hitting straight raw. And of course, Mireya, she wants to tell him the news. She is happy about this. But things changed real quick at the end of the episode. When she saw that blood at Tommy's spot, she realized that maybe having this baby is going to be more dangerous than what she thinks because, of course, it's going to be very hard to protect the baby from this lifestyle. Now, Vic is kicking it with his Irish buddies. They pissed off about all the stuff that's going on with Tommy, the coalition. I mean, they ain't doing too good. They want to go to war, but Vic tells them they don't have the manpower. And Vic tells them also he has another way to maybe take down Tommy. You know what I'm saying? He's working another angle. Well, all of a sudden, Vic is confident because they were talking about his father's infrastructure and what they can do. So now Vic believes he can really take down Tommy of all people. Like, really? These low-level bums? I mean, if the Four Horsemen couldn't do it, what they gonna do? I mean, let's just be honest. I would not be surprised if they end up writing in a Vic revenge arc in this story. Like, he's gonna be able to actually have a chance. But, I mean, it is what it is with that. We also know that Vic ended up calling Claudia, telling her that he agrees on what she told him earlier to go ahead and team up to take down Tommy. Well, you're not going to be talking to your sister at all because Claudia, her time is coming real soon. Now, we know Tommy ended up going to Elise because we know protection is off for her. So he's able to have this conversation with her, telling her, like, look, Claudia is just using you. We've been seeing this each and every week. Claudia has been using, Elise as a pawn to do exactly what she wants her to do. And when she is done with her, she will drop her off just like that. And he tells her about Claudia's past, about who she's dropped off. We know she's dropped off her old girlfriend. So what you think she's going to do to Elise? Now, Elise agrees with Tommy and she ends up giving Claudia's next move, which allows Tommy to counter your girl Claudia and get her the hell up out of here. Now, Claudia, I guess she thought she was a real hitter. I seen one of you guys say that Claudia thought she was Lara Croft on some Tomb Raider type stuff. I mean, this move right here got to be one of the dumbest moves that I've ever seen. Claudia really thought in her head that she can take down Tommy one-on-one. Like, really? It ain't happening. Y'all too green. It's crazy because the Flynn's, and we talking about Claudia and Crown Snitch, they know they don't have the experience to be on Tommy's level for real. When Tommy first got to Chicago, he was teaching them so much. He was teaching Claudia so much about the game because they didn't know nothing for real. Now Claudia all of a sudden believes she has, I guess, the experience to go up against Tommy. Hell nah, it ain't happening at all. The sad thing is Claudia had the strap on Tommy and Tommy had his strap on her. She should have just gone ahead and start shooting. You know what I'm saying? Because you talking and then you're going to act like you're going to put your gun down and still get dropped off makes no sense. Once you had the gun on him, might as well pull that damn trigger and wish for the best. That's what should have happened, but she did not do that at all. And we know Tommy, he was able to get the upper hand on her and get her up out of here. This is for Liliana. Know what I'm saying? That's Tommy told her. This for my friend. Now, Tommy does have more respect for Claudia than he has for Crown Snitch and, of course, her pops. Because Claudia, she had heart. At the end of the day, that girl definitely had a heart and she was ruthless. And Tommy had that respect for her, but she got to go. So we are smoking on that Claudia pack. Now, Claudia did tell him, yes, I was the one that took out Liliana. And that's all Tommy, really wanted to hear from her. But it doesn't really matter. You gone now. And we're going to see what your boy Crown Snitch is going to do once he finds out what happened to his sister. Now, Tommy meets up with Shanti. We know she helped him out as far as the whole Claudia thing. And she tells him more details about Diamond and Jenard and how they took out the entire Yardies organization. And basically, these brothers are moving for themselves. You know what I'm saying? So she is planting these seeds in Tommy's head, trying to make it seem like he cannot trust them at all, which is the case. But Tommy can't trust her either. You know what I'm saying? Shanti is plotting and planning her damn self. Tommy understands that she's not so cool with Jenard, and eventually she's going to make a big move on him down the line. And man, I cannot wait to see how Jenard is going to react once he realizes that Shanti played him. Now, we know Elise ends up getting the hell out of Dodge, something she should have did a long time ago. Do you guys believe she's going to return? If she is smart, she would just stay the hell away. Now, we get to your girl Mireya. She has the little baby shirt, the little onesie with Barcelona on it. We know that's the place she wants to go. And then she sees the blood on the floor and she understands that this lifestyle will always catch back up to them. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be very dangerous to be raising a kid. Now, we know she does end up telling Tommy some news, but it was about work. She cannot tell him about the baby at all because it was just too much for her. So I wonder if she's having any regrets as far as her decision to mess around with Tommy in the first place. The sad thing is, we know she was up in there cleaning Claudia's blood. I mean, that girl was looking real stressed out. But at the end of the day, this is the lifestyle that she chose. And dealing with Tommy, this whole baby thing is going to be very interesting. Especially when he finds out that she is pregnant. Hell, I want to know what Miguel Garcia is going to feel about that. He is really going to be pissed off. But down below, I want you guys to let me know, how did y'all feel about episode 5, the mid-season finale? We only got 5 more episodes left, and you already know everything is about to go crazy. You know what I'm saying? This war that Tommy's about to be involved in with the coalition is going to get real interesting. And of course, I can't wait to see it. Now, we're going to talk more about Power Book 4 Force over the weekend. I want you guys to get your predictions ready. We got to talk about what's going to happen in episode 6. But I want to thank you guys once again for all the love, all the support, and I will catch y'all on the next one. But let me get up on out of here, man. It's your boy Mark Dark. I'm out. Peace.